Oh no, that looks a little weird. What you think? Yeah, I'd say something's definitely not right. So today, we are working on this 2016 Nissan Maxima's spring bucket. I had a little issue. This is a known recall issue on this year, make, and model, where the swaybar link, the rear swaybar link, breaks off of this welded piece on the bucket right here. That's a common known issue, so make sure you check that out if you hear any rattling back there. I came in, took the tire off, put the jack up underneath. Camera bolt in the back right here, I marked with 2 white dots from whiteout, or you can use a white or yellow paint pen so that when I put this back together, I know exactly where the notches go. There's that butte right there. You gotta take these 2 bolts out too. I've already loosened them. Those are 19 millimeters too. Yep. And then that butte right there. Just pull those out. Best way to not lose parts is to just put them back together. So tie this in on the bolt. Maybe get you like a little magnet parts holder, nuts and bolts holder, so you don't have to lose track of this. Or you can just put them on the jack, whatever's best. I put this jack down here so I can put pressure on the spring, and then while I take these bolts out, lower the spring with the jack slowly. So hopefully everything will just drop down with all the, it might not though. It might not just drop out. It might just all fall out. That'd be nice though. I remember working on this car when I worked at Nissan. It's actually a rather short bolt. Got both of those out. That's out. That's out. That should be everything. Now let's see what happens when we lower this butte. All right, I got all the bolts out. Back there is already kind of loose. This is laying on top of a knuckle, so sliding down is not really an option. So I decided to loosen the control arm bolt that's attached to the knuckle. I'm gonna pop this out, and then I loosened the top bolt to the shock. Yes, the rear shock, to try to do like this, you know, lever door type thing. See if I can get it off at that point. Wish me luck. So this is not an easy job. I actually ended up carrying into the night trying to do this. You will need a second pair of hands and a second jack to do this job. I removed the bolt from the shock and the control arm. Be careful, it pops up on you initially when you pull it out, but I had to put it back in to hold up the wheel hub and rotor. Getting the spring inside the bucket wasn't easy. We had to use spring compressors and pry bars, thick, long ones, in order to even get it to slide over into the bucket. Keep some flat heads handy. It'll help you keep the hose aligned as you use the jack to maneuver the bucket into its proper place. Okay. This is that flimsy piece of metal that's mounted onto the part. All it takes is a good little pothole or a few pothole pumps and a little bit of rust, and that's over with. But just a little crack from this part made me have to replace the whole damn part. Sucks. This is the part that broke off. This Moog re-greasables. So I might have said these were a 19 millimeter. You can definitely use that, but an 18 millimeter will give you a tighter snug. Same here, 18 millimeter gives you a tighter snug. Yeah, go for that 18, y'all. Go for that 18.